Recording started.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this information session for Rennes School of Business. We are recording this information session and will share it with students who cannot make it today. My name is Alice Young. I'm the Acting Director of Special International Programs of San Mateo County Community College District, housed at Skyline College. I'm glad that some students are so interested in transfer abroad and plan to pursue a degree abroad at Rennes School of Business in France. Transfer abroad is one of the study abroad programs and services that we offer here. The other programs include semester study abroad programs, short-term faculty-led programs, community travel programs, and global internships. We also manage a U.S. passport office at Skyline College. We hope that more students can study abroad, pursue a degree abroad, just like we have a lot of international students who are now studying at SMCCD, pursuing a degree. And we hope the student can explore the world and immerse themselves abroad, stay longer, learn more about the language, culture, and the discipline that they're in. So now I would like to ask where you are from for students. We have a few students here. Please raise up your hand if you're from Skyline College. Anyone? And College of San Mateo? Yeah, please raise up your hand if you can. And Canada College. Okay. We'll get the information later. Thank you for your participation. Kelly Lee is our study abroad program services coordinator, but she's sick today, so she's not here with us. I'm glad that we have two or three other guest speakers here. One is Chicago Walker, who is the Acting Director of International Education at the district office, and Monica Medina, the International Mission Advisor of Rennes School of Business. She will have a presentation on the details about the program. We also have our Dean of Global Learning Program Services here, Zed Gory. So I want to invite Zed to say a few words. Zed visits the Rennes School and know a lot about this program. And then Chicago may, just represent the district office to share a few words with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Can everyone hear me? My Zoom tends to make me a little robotic at times, so I just want to make sure you can all hear me. I'm Zed Gory. I'm the Interim Dean of Global Learning Programs and Services, and I'm actually the person who started this transfer abroad program with Rennes School of Business. They were our first partner. Back in 2018, we sent our first two students from Skyline who have since graduated from Rennes School of Business. I think one of them actually is back there doing her master's. It's a great program. We applied for funding through the Embassy of France in Washington, D.C. And at that time, we received about $18,000 to be used, towards student scholarships to study in Rennes School of Business. The good news is we still have some of that funding left, thanks to the pandemic, which caused a pause. So there is a little bit of funding. It's not the full 18. We've definitely used a lot of it for students. But we have, I would say, close to, I think, $6,000, which we would offer to students who apply to study at Rennes School of Business in France, because that funding is tied to that. It doesn't have an expiration date, so which is why, 6 years later, we still have some of that funding to be used for students. So if you are considering Rennes School of Business, it's a great opportunity. I have visited the school twice, once to do the site inspection visit before we sent our first cohort of students. And the second time when we were having a France community travel program, I went with one of our faculty members, Professor Rebecca Alex from College of San Mateo. So it's a great experience. You get to complete your bachelor's in business in 1 year at a fraction of the cost of what you would pay to study in the US for 2 years. And there are a lot of benefits of being an international student in France, which I'm sure Monica will present to all of you. So thank you.
Thank you, Zed. Chicago, do you want to say a few words?
Yeah, I mean, like Zed said it all. I don't want to take too much of your time, but thank you for joining us today, students and counselors. I'm sure this is going to be a great information. I think I'm just going to post a few links in the chat that you can take a look at later. We have the information about transfer abroad and the study abroad website, as well as the International Education Office website, because this opportunity is also for our own international students. It's for all students at SMCCCD, really. So if you are an international student today in the United States, you can transfer out to a third country from us. So this is an opportunity for everybody at our district, and we really encourage you all to take advantage of this great opportunity. So thank you so much, Alice, and I'm going to pass it over to Monica. Is that okay? Are we ready to start?
Thank you. Thank you, Chicago.
Thank
you. Thank you, Monica. Thank you very much for sharing the information with us. But you do have a colleague who is in France with us. Do you want to introduce Audie? Monica, you're muted.
Thank you so much for, yes, now you can hear me? Yes, I think it is. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity and inviting us to talk about this great opportunity that we have at Rennes School of Business with San Mateo colleges. Of course, I want to introduce my colleague, is Aude Leclerc. Aude, she's all the way in France. Yeah. So Aude, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you very much. So I am working at Rennes School of Business. I'm a colleague of Monica, and we work together on some, of course, reaching out and developing and development of partnerships throughout the US. And we are very, very thrilled and happy to be present tonight with you. And to have this history with Skyline. I am myself specifically also in charge of financial aid, FAFSA matters, financial aid for students who want to benefit from federal aid to finance their studies. So we at Rennes School of Business are eligible to FAFSA and totally compliant, and this for 3-4 years now. So I am the person in charge of FAFSA. Nice meeting you all.
Thank you. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Let me just share my screen. As Alice mentioned, I'm the representative of the US and Latin American office. I'm also an alumni. I did my master's degree in international marketing a while ago, but this is the idea that today we can discuss a little bit of the school, the agreement that we have. But before we get started, I believe it's really interesting to talk about France. As you know, France is really well known because of the great gastronomy, the fromage, the cheese, the wine, all the dessert, and this kind of gastronomy that we can see everywhere. Of course, the companies or the industries based in luxury, the elegance is also well known in this country. Apart of that, the history that we have, we can find museums like Louvre, and also places where you can feel like you're just stepping out into a museum. So let's say the Cathedral of Notre Dame is one of them, and many, many other places, as well as the architecture, places like Versailles, like different castles where you can transport yourself and be in those places where kings or queen has lived in the past. So having this experience, I think is really interesting. Besides of that, France is the fifth most important economy around the world. That makes you feel like you are in a really interesting country where many opportunities in terms of finding a job or having a really stable economy is very interesting to think about. And of course, the language. If we're business students, we're also looking for new ways to learn another language. And just as a fact, French is the third most common spoken language in the business world. So this is important for you to know as well. If we talk about the region of Brittany, I can show you beautiful places around this area, where you can see landscape when the sea meets different colors on the sea, where you can see lots of nature, but also you can find places like Saint Michel and Saint Malo. Saint Malo is a beach really close to Rennes, where you can find amazing places. So this is just one part of it. Here is Saint Michel, a really nice castle. After Versailles, is the second castle most visited in France, and it's around like 40 minutes away from campus. If we talk about the region of Brittany and its gastronomy, they produce 80% of the seafood around the region, and they were the ones who create the galettes and crepes. Just as a fun fact, galettes are the salty ones and crepes are the sweet ones. So whenever you go to France, it's important to know this. The city of Rennes. So this is the capital of the region of Brittany. It's a really nice place where many things can happen. Very dynamic, modern, and many things you can explore in this city. Usually in summertime, people like to explore new restaurants, go outside, take walks. This is the city center where we still have some architecture for the 18th century. As you can see, houses are made of wood, different colors, and that makes you go to a different type of area or different period of time while you're still in Rennes. One of the other activities that students do the most are the famous picnics. You can sit in front of the river, have a really nice baguette with cheese, with wine, and enjoy with your friends while you study in Rennes School of Business. And if students are more into cultural activities, we also have the opera, we also have museums, and there's some other festivals that you can join while studying in France. How is the higher education in France? So in France, and I'm going to specify more in Rennes School of Business, we belong to the Conférence des Grandes Écoles. Basically what that means, that only 237 private institutions belong to this, is by the French Ministry of Education, and we are an award state recognized diplomas. We also have authorization by the Ministry of Labor. And we also have the EESPIG, which means the quality of our teaching. So in terms of higher education and giving the best quality to the students, I think we have that. And if we talk about the school, because I know there are many things to consider, I really want to start with the excellence and recognitions. So Rennes School of Business, we own the triple crown, or the triple accreditations, which means that we have EQUIS, ACSB, and AMBA. This is only provided only to 1% of the School of Business around the world. So having in mind that for United States, the ACSB is one of the most important. In addition to that, we have different international rankings such as Financial Times, QS, Shanghai. So this is important for you and the students to know that we are very interested in being ranked in different international rankings. And we also focus in different areas led by outstanding research professors. Topics like finance, accounting, strategy and innovation, management, organization, marketing, supply chain, but we also want to focus on the major challenge that the world is facing. Topics such as agribusiness, artificial intelligence, green, digital, and demand-driven supply chain management are some of those topics that we are currently facing right now. In terms of internationalization and values, it is important for you also to know that we are very, very into creating impact around the world. But before that, let me tell you that we are a very young school of business. We were founded in 1990, and actually, currently, 90% of our staff is international. We have more than 100 nationalities represented on campus, and all of our courses are taught 100% in English. So this is important for you to know as well. In terms of internationalization, we really want the students to get this international activities or interaction with many other nationalities. We have created 350 partners worldwide. We have a mobility of 1,300 students every year, and 65% of our students, they find jobs linked to internationalization. So they will not only focus on, let's say, US, but they will have jobs that involve some other regions. So this is really, really interesting for the students because they get to know different cultures as well. And here you can see we're from all over the world. You can see students from India, Mexico, Thailand, Canada, Hong Kong, Colombia, Argentina, and those are few of the countries that we can see around campus. Also, we really want to participate in building a sustainable future by making a positive impact. That's why we also have the BSIS tag. And this basically what we really want to focus is that students are enabled to learn about corporate social responsibility. So at any time of their studies, they might have to take this class because we really want them to be conscious about how we can do how we can make a positive impact in the world. Okay, in terms of values, just want to go ahead, go to the next one. I really want to discuss about our on-frame thinking. And basically what that means, one second, my presentation. Okay, here, is think outside the frame. And basically is to understand and learn how to act differently. We want students to think outside the frame, to be more boundless, open, creative, liberty. They have, but of course, in all of those senses, they need to be humble. And that's what on-frame thinking means, to think about answers for future questions, to be part of the new future, of the new generation. So even the decoration of the school, the content of their courses will be really on frame, and we just want them to be outside the comfort zone all the time. If we think about the student life of the student of campus, let me just go ahead and talk a little bit about that. Okay, I think my presentation is stuck, but I can tell you, okay, we do have campus in Rennes and campus Paris. Campus Rennes is like our main campus, and our campus in Paris was almost, it has almost two years now. It's fulfilled of many dynamics and a work environment all the time. Also, we have different facilities, such as, of course, the classrooms, cafeterias, terrace, sports and club fields, student clubs. And we also try to have accommodations. They can either be really close to campus or in the city center. It is also important for the students to know that they do not need to have a car. We have metro, we have bus, we have bicycles, we have many kind of different transportations where students can go from point A to point B without any issue as well. Here are some pictures about campus. As you can see, it is very green, quite modern as well. In spring, summer, or fall, students and professor staff can do some activities outside. So here's just a quick view of how our campus looks like in Rennes. And something that makes us very, very peculiar, and here Odd can also said, but one of our main buildings, we have palms inside the building. So here, as you can see, and you can say like, why we have palms inside? It makes us feel like we are on the really coast of France. So we're very proud to have our palms on campus. Also, another great news that I would like to share with you is that we will be opening our new residence in 2025. We're going to have around 520 studios, and the approximately cost will be 650 euros, which includes accommodation, water, heat, taxes, and Wi-Fi. So we're very happy to have this on-campus rent available for all of our students. And this is just a quick view of how this will look like. If we talk about our campus in Paris, it's located in the city center, and we give the opportunity to our students to be really close to French and international companies. So as you can see in the map of Paris, we're not in the suburbs, we're really, really in the city center of the capital. Here's a few pictures of how the campus in Paris looks like. This is our terrace, our cafeteria, some of the classrooms, as you can see as well. And in terms of student supports, we do have a welcome team. These are current students that welcomes the new students. They can pick them up at the airport, at the train station. They take them to the new accommodation. We do have student helpers on campus. We do have a buddy programs, which are students that are currently taking new classes. And let's say some new students want to ask about that, so they can get in touch with current students that are already taking those classes. We have an Aloha Fair, which is a physical point on campus where students can ask as many questions as they want. And we also have a well-being center, which means that students sometimes need to be heard. Sometimes we got homesick, we have some academic issues, we have some personal issues, and we need to talk to somebody. So the Wellbeing Center is here to help all the students as well. And we also have the accommodation and visa office, which help them in all the process to find a place to stay, to get their visas done. And this is also good to know that students will have people really close to them, help them to get to Rennes School of Business without any issue. One of the most common questions that a student might ask is how much that will cost in terms of living costs. So we talk about accommodation, food and transportation, it will be around 600 to 900 euros per month. This will be in campus rent. If you go to Paris, maybe this number you have to multiply by 2 or by 3. But this is just an average of how much maybe you will spend while you stay in France. Also, I think I'm having a little bit of stuck with my presentation, but many students might think like, okay, I graduate, I do my bachelor's degree, and then what happens? And this is important for you to know that we have a career center that will give you the proximity to the business world. Actually, Rennes School of Business is ranked top #1 for the proportion of graduate students who start their own business. So if you have any idea as a student and you want to develop, here is a perfect place to go. We also offer internships. We have around 15,000 internship offers. We have an alumni network of 26,000 students. And as an important number, 98% of the students, they find a job within 6 months of graduating. So it is a really interesting number in terms of, okay, what happens? How do I find a place to work? This is how we do it. We do have a career service center. We have different activities like corporate days, job days, where companies can come, they can meet new students, they also do interviews, but we also have different links, companies such as Louis Vuitton, L'Oréal, Société Générale, Danone, Nestlé, Chanel, Decathlon. Well, there are so many that I can list, but it is important for you that we do have connection with the business world. And we also help them in order to, let's say, they need to create a French resume, they need to adapt themselves to our industry in specific. We help them to develop those skills, those soft skills, in order to get the job. So this is something that I wanted to point out. And finally, I want to talk about this amazing program that we have with San Mateo College. So basically, we do have different programs, bachelor, master, IMBA, executive IMBA, but I really want to focus on our bachelor in management. It's really focused on learning by doing, but our new dean also wants to implement the learning by service. So there are different methods where we can get in touch with different companies and create an impact. And our undergraduate program, here it is. We are ranked in Le Parisien top 2, in L'Étudiant top 3. We have also the ability to, students can either study in Campus Paris or in Campus Rennes. And the model will work as follows. It's 2+1, meaning that students can get their associate degree in a business-related mode, and then they move 1 year to France, do 1 bachelor's degree, and then they're gonna get a bachelor degree in management. So let me just go back again. Students just get their associate degree, they join to Rennes School of Business 1 more year, and once they're done with that year, they're gonna get a bachelor degree in management. In terms of opportunities and advantage, they will save time. Instead of doing 2 years, they will do just 1 year. They will get the AACSB accreditation. We will also, in terms of cost, as Said was saying, they will save money as well. They will have this international experience. They can pursue their master's degree after, and of course, is FAFSA eligible. So there are many things we can take into consideration that are really, really nice. Besides of that, students can do a specialization in this program, either in marketing, finance, or supply chain. And they can also do an internship. It's an 8-week internship. They can do it anywhere in the world, but the idea is that they have this opportunity to work internationally as well. As a important information, internships are paid in France. So it's a really good way to get an income when you are in France. This will be the common courses: international negotiation, international human resources, strategy, project management. They will have 2 hours of French courses per week. And of course, depending on the specialization, those will be the classes that each student will be taking. How the admission process work? Well, first, they need to create an account on our platform. After they submit the application, they will have a recorded interview. And once they send their interview, it takes around 2 to 3 weeks to get a response, and you will get your acceptance letters. What do you need? What we need from you? We need your social degree, business related, and we also need an English proficiency exam, like TOEIC, TOEFL, or IELTS. They can do it either for admission process or they can do it before they graduate from us. But it is important for you to know that this is a requirement that we need. In addition to that, how much this will cost? For international students, it's around 9,900 euros. For let's say students that have double nationality, European nationality, it will be 8,900 euros. We do have scholarship opportunities. As they mentioned before, you come with 6,000 scholarships, and we also have scholarships up to 2,000 euros. We have the talent scholarship dedicated for the students that had a great GPA, that have some achievements in the community college. We have one that is called Solidarity Scholarship for students that are facing social, political, financial issues and they really need to finance their studies. And we also have unframed thinking. As I was mentioning in our slogan, those students can apply for this scholarship that can be considered authentic, unique. What they have done in the present or in the past that have contribute to a community, contribute for themselves, what makes them unique to get a scholarship. And of course of that, once they're finished their bachelor's degree, they can pursue their master and get an automatic scholarship of 15%. So this is what we have. Also, we are offering with the CCID a scholarship of 3 scholarships up to 2,000 euros as well. What usually students do after they finish their bachelor? 85% of their students, they pursue their studies, meaning that they continue and do a master's degree, and 15% they enter to the employment market. So just an idea of how maybe the market works in France, but it's up to you. You can either stop there with your bachelor's degree and start your job life, let's say, or you can just pursue your master and do it with us or any other, maybe in France or maybe in a different country. But this is the idea, that you get this experience very, very international. Here's an example of the master programs that we offer. Not gonna go very into detail, but we have in finance, marketing, geopolitics, luxury, strategic management, among others. So this is the information I think I was trying to get on time. Thank you for your attention. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Here is my email address if you have any related questions regarding admissions, and this is Odd's email. If you want to write it down, and if you have some more specific questions regarding FAFSA, we'll be very, very, very happy to help you, to welcome you to Rennes School of Business, to have this experience, to study abroad, getting to meet people from all over the world, and also get some insights and some experience to study and implement maybe some other ideas that you never think of, and implement it in your life or in your, of course, professional life as well. So thank you so much for your time. Now let's see if you have some other questions.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Monica. Thank you so much for all the information you share with our students and staff. So we're very glad to hear that the Rennes can also offer some institutional scholarship to the students, right, who have need. So in addition to that, Dean Gloria also mentioned that SMCCD study abroad, we do have some scholarship, not a lot. So it can be 1,000 to 2,000, depends on the pool, how many students apply. So that's another category of scholarship. Then we are also promoting the Gilman Scholarship, which is a federal grant, supported by U.S. Congress. And the deadline actually is March 7th, about a week. So if you are Pell Grant, PELL Pell Grant recipient, you are qualified for that Gilman Scholarship, then I strongly encourage you to contact our office, contact me or Kelly, so we can help you to apply for that scholarship. And then the last category would be FAFSA, right? So this can also be supported by financial aid. which Audie has more information. Audie, do you want to share a little bit about FAFSA?
Yes, what I can say is that Rennes School of Business is eligible to FAFSA financing, and I guess it's um, reasonable interest rates because it's federal, financial aid for students to help them really finance their studies and invest in their future. So we are doing this totally accordingly to the highly regulated, aspects of FAFSA process, and we grant awards and offer letters to access to these loans, according to our tuition fees, but taking into consideration also scholarships that can be benefited. And we take into consideration the cost of attendance, so tuition and non-tuition cost as well, the cost of living. So it's definitely a price saving to be allowed to achieve the bachelor's degree in 1 year rather than 2 years. It's a big saving. It's a 1 year saving. And it's very important considering also the cost of life. The cost of living in France, accommodations and transportation can be much lower than in the US. And it's needless to say, it's a wonderful experience, personal, human, and intellectual, stimulating, experience to live abroad and to live in France, in Europe, for an American citizen. Not even to speak about the enriching experience of learning French, and it's a gift for life. So we have a number, dedicated number, school number, because we are FAFSA eligible. So I can maybe share it with you on the chat. If you want to apply, you need to fill up, of course, the FAFSA form, and it's important to definitely indicate the number of the school you want to apply to. So our number is 041598. That's the federal code, for your FAFSA application.
Thank you, Audie. So you may enter that code in the chat so they
Sure,
can
sure,
copy
I
that.
will.
Yeah, thank you very much for your support. So this program is for US students to apply, but it's also an opportunity for our international students here on campus to apply as well. So today we have some staff members from the international student programs as well, and then few of them have some questions. So Carlos is our ISP counselor for our international students at Skyline College. Carla, what question do you have?
Thank you, Alex. Can anyone talk about, for an international student at Skyline College who wants to transfer to the Rennes School of Business, what's the process for them to apply for a student visa in France?
So this is about student visa to France. Monica,
Okay.
you may.
Yeah, because
Yes.
they're not US
So-
citizens and they're at Skyline College on a student visa, so therefore they will have to apply for a student visa if they want to go to France.
Yes, all students or international students, they need to apply for a student visa. So the first thing that they need to do is to be accepted by Rennes School of Business. With their acceptance letters, they will reserve their spot with 1,500 euros. And once they do that, they will get the enrollment letters. With the enrollment letters, they start the visa process, first of all, with Campus France. Campus France, there is a platform that they use that is called Etudes en France, where they can upload all these documents, the enrollment letter, passport, some information, personal information. Then Campus France is going to validate this process. It really depends on how long the student takes to upload these documents. Once they check, they say, okay, your file is validated. Now you can go ahead and set up an appointment with the embassy. So that's basically how it is. There are different campus fronts all over US. So, but yes, the first requirement is to have the acceptance letter from us to start the visa process. We're gonna help them. We try to do some little meetings with the students to see how is their process going. Sometimes they say, I really need your help because I don't know how to fill this part. So I will be very happy to guide the students in all this process as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Monica. So we have
Yes.
another hand here, Jessica.
Yes, thank you. I had a couple of questions.
Uh-huh.
One was for the associate's degree. I'm from the College of San Mateo. We offer a few different business degrees. We have international business, business administration, and so forth. Would any business associate's degree qualify?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as it has like business related, like if they have taken accounting classes or finance, or if they have those kind of courses included, it's fine.
Okay. And does the degree need to be earned before a student applies, or can it be in progress?
It can be in progress. However, they need to have it before they start courses with us. Meaning, let's say, and I think I heard this question before. Some students will get their associate degree on June, but they want to apply before. It's okay. They can say, there is a little spot that says, do you currently have your associate degree? They say no. They will be accepted under condition. But once they send to us the degree, the associate degree, we're gonna remove that condition and they're gonna be ready to go. But yes, they can apply.
Okay. And as a part of that, I'm sorry, in regards to that, what if a student is in progress over the summer? What if they're not earning their degree until August? Can they still apply and start in time for the fall?
They can still apply, yes. No, the main requirement is that they have the degree before classes start, and classes will begin on the second week, third week of September. So I think it's fine if they have it by August.
Oh, great. And one last question, is housing guaranteed, or do they have to apply and wait to see if they get on-campus housing? And if not, do they have to look for their own housing off campus?
We have an accommodation team. It's a team dedicated to help the students to find a place to live. It really depends on the student, you know. Sometimes they have some requirements, like they want to live by themselves, or they need two roommates, or they want shared kitchen. There are many things that some of them take into consideration. What we just tell them in terms of accommodation is to look for a place ahead of time with the accommodation team. They will help them, they will guide them, they will give them access to different platforms where they can find a place to stay. But it's really up to the student. Sometimes it's first come, first serve. So you don't have to take much time to think about if you prefer this flat instead of the other one. Our recommendation, if you like it, take it. So this is how it works. Then for next year, we're gonna have our own dorms. So I think the process will be very, very simple. But it also depends on the budget that the student has.
Thank you, Monica. We have
Great,
a
thank
question
you.
in the chat, in the chat box from Malena. Does a student have to be a business major to get into Rennes? I'm a psychology major, have many interests, one of which would be marketing and management. Is it possible to go to business school and major in marketing? Elena,
Okay.
is that any other? Is that? Okay, maybe she's waiting for your answer.
Okay, I'm gonna reply to that question. If you have taken some business courses, the admission team can look at your transcripts, and maybe we will tell you if you will be eligible to apply for bachelor year 1, or if you maybe have to take a step back and take bachelor year 2 and then bachelor year 3. So if you don't mind, could you please send me your transcripts? We will look at it with the admission team and we'll be able to give you an answer on that.
Thank you. Now, Carlos has another question.
Thanks, Alice. Oh, it was just a quick follow-up to that last point that you made, Monica. When a student schedules an appointment with the French embassy, do they have to interview for a student visa at that point?
Yes, they need to get into an interview.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now, Lydia, you have a question?
Yes, thanks, Alex. I have a question. I'm wondering if there is a GPA requirement for students to transfer to your school, or it's just as long as student gets the associate's degree in business, then they're guaranteed to your campus.
Well, we usually, the main requirement is to have the associate degree. Ideally, that they have a 3.0 on upper score. That's what we will request.
Oh, okay, thank you. And then the other question that I have is it sounds like your school will start the second week of September each year. So does that mean you only accept students for fall admission? No spring admission, right?
No spring intake, only fall intake. Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. Any other questions from students, staff?
Alice, there are 2 more questions in the chat.
Oh, 2 more questions. I think
I
that
think
answers,
they
right? That
addressed
answers.
those questions, Alice. So to your question, Belinda, they did say that they do help with the visa process. Monica, correct me if I'm wrong, but the first step is to get admissions from your school, and then you will help guide the students for the visa process. And regarding the start date, I think this question has been just addressed.
Yeah, Belinda, the question is about the visa process. Does the school handle the student visa process? So Monica,
The visa process is personal, but we help them, let's say, from the outside. If they need some, like they don't know how to fill out some boxes, we try to help them, but they need to be aware that they are the ones that have to complete the visa process and the platform in Etudes en France by their own.
okay, thank you, Monica. Any other
Yes.
question? Yeah, Monica, you did a great job. I mean, the presentation cover so much information about program. And then we also have a web page at the SMCC Study Abroad website. You can find out more information. The application process, do you want to explain a little bit more how students apply to your school, Monica?
Sure. Well, the application process is really, let's say, simple. I'm gonna share with you the link on the chat where students can create their application, create their account, start their application. They just need to select undergraduate program, bachelor year 3, and that's it. And then they're just gonna fill out the information. We require the English exam, as I mentioned before. We need a letter of recommendation. It can be academic or it can be a work letter. We also require a passport, a valid passport, and all the motivation and willing to go and study to France.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Yeah, I also want to share my contact information. My email is yang@smccd.edu. So you're welcome to contact me if you have any questions, or contact our study abroad office at studyabroad@smccd.edu. Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
so much. Thank you so much for having this time for us. And we hopefully looking forward to see students going to France, study with us. And I promise you won't regret. It's a really, really amazing experience that all the students will have. So thank you so much for the time and look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, we hope more students will apply to Rennes School of Business. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.